Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I already know what it is. We back. Listen, we got Christmas, right around the corner. I want to appreciate everybody for deciding to tune in with us on this holiday season. You guys could be doing anything in the world but tuning in to Flight Sports, and I want to thank y'all for that. We're gonna have ourselves a lot to talk about, man, because it's so much to talk about, especially when we discussing Lamelo Ball. We got Christmas coming up, as we're gonna break down the schedule too, or where guys could be expecting. It's gonna be one of those extravaganzas where it goes from the beginning to the end. So expect basketball from all day tomorrow. And who knows what we may do, but like I said, we will keep scoreboards covered to keep everybody in tune to what's going on. Shout out my man Jimmy Boogie. Shout out SP. Salute to all Giannis in the building who came through. I know a lot of people may be wondering what in the world are we discussing, Lamelo, and I know we're going to tie in the Charlotte Hornets in this. It doesn't really make much sense why the Hornets should be even involved. I know that's what we're discussing, but Lamelo is on a tear right now. And Lamelo, like I said, he's one of the bigger stars that we have off the floor. So I'm just wondering why we don't have him represented. We've seen small market teams. I know John Moran, obviously they on a tear. But he's receiving Christmas Day games. I would like to see Lamelo Ball receive a Christmas Day game as well. I'm pretty sure they could have squeezed him in on the schedule. I brought up it to be very lackluster. I mean, I remember Christmas Day games. I'm not saying it's completely trash, but the star power isn't really where I would like it to be, for whatever reason. It is what it is. Studio says, get Melo on the Lakers if you want to see him on Christmas. The Hornets are trash. Hornets are a bad team. Obviously, we know that. I think Stevie Wonder could see Charlotte. They got a long ways to go before they ever even represented in any form or facet of a Christmas Day game. But nonetheless, man, I'm just saying that star power is just so immense. There's no reason why he should not be represented at the All-Star game. We're going to break down the schedule. I know we got the Knicks Sixers, I believe, kicking things off on Christmas Day. I know that's going to be a good game if you're looking forward to that. And I don't know if that game brings in, the immense star power that people are looking for. And then you got the Lakers Mavs, obviously no Anthony Davis. What effort are we really expecting from the Los Angeles Lakers? I mean, if history tells us anything, the Lakers, this going to be a doozy. On paper it looks intriguing, but before you know it, this could ruin the whole entire holiday. The Bucks Celtics, that's going to be a good game but I mean, it just doesn't really bring the sizzle that I would like to see. Grizzlies Warriors, no Curry, it just doesn't bring the sizzle. So the nightcap is really going to be horrible. And then you got Suns Nuggets. I mean, that's not really a seller. To be honest with you, the best game is the first one, the Knicks Sixers, in my humble opinion. Y'all let me know your thoughts on the schedule tomorrow. Are y'all loving the schedule? Or what's the best game? Am I taking it too far? Let me know what's going on. Bucks Celtics should be all right, in my humble opinion. LeBron out the league soon. That's facts. That should open up the door for a lot more stars. A lot of stars that we see today, in a couple more years, they will start to diminish. As you can see, LeBron James, although he's averaging monster numbers, we all can understand that this man has clearly taken a step back. He's not playing at the level that he once was, at some point. He's not that dominant figure, that intimidating monster that he once was. I mean, you don't see that anymore. Jimmy Boogie said Bucks versus Celtics the best. I think that's a good one. I'm calling the Knicks Sixers for me. That's going to be the best game. But let's see. I guess we can meet up after the dust settles to find out what was the best one. SP says Lamelo IQ is above these veterans in the league. That's facts. And it's horrible because we're trying to figure out why he can't get a Christmas Day game, man, because something has to change. In my humble opinion, obviously we need to get some star power out to Charlotte. Charlotte is an intriguing city. Like I said, LaMelo Ball seems to got that city kind of percolating. I don't see why a star's not looking at the Queen City, at a surprise destination and shock the world. We've seen it on numerous occasions. I mean, what was it? I believe years ago, Greg Monroe, he ended up going to Milwaukee. I know that didn't really do what it was supposed to do, but we've seen teams go to Detroit, go vice versa, go all these other organizations. And Charlotte is a prime, destination with LaMelo Ball there at the helm. I think who knows what's going to happen, but this year to me, honestly, I think is a wash for Charlotte, for them to put themselves in position, to be in one of these games in 24 hours, because everybody doesn't play on this day. Chicago should be playing as well. That's another situation for another day. But the NBA definitely is picking and choosing the stars they would like to promote and showcase. Going other days, I mean, we usually always get a Bulls game. Where's Brooklyn? So I mean, it's crazy because Brooklyn is playing at an all-time level right now. You got Kyrie Irving. He didn't turn back the clock. These dudes is putting up, record numbers. That offense is starting to get high powered the way we thought it would be. It was no way in hell. The Nets should have been struggling in the Eastern Conference. As you can see, they're making a late charge. Before you know it, they're messing around and overtake everyone. So it's definitely something to pay close attention to. And here in Flight Sports, we definitely gonna document that. Shout out my man Basil Carpenter Jr. He says, I like the schedule on Christmas. Of course, Warriors, Memphis, Curry hurt, but NBA don't know what injury is gonna happen. That's the key. I'm just going off the schedule tomorrow to figure out what everybody feels is the most exciting game. Because obviously we would love to see LaMelo Ball there. Obviously we would love to see the Bulls. Both teams, starting to get moving. At least you got LaMelo Ball, like I said, making a late charge also at the All-Star. I think that's going to be another conversation we have. I mean, we could talk about it tonight as well. Happy holidays to everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. You got Christmas in literally an hour. So I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in on this Flight Sports holiday special we got for you, man. Discussing the breakdown of the schedule that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. The noticeable absence of LaMelo Ball, the noticeable absence of the Chicago Bulls. So it's definitely not, the game that I would have loved to be breaking down a game, specifically. If the Bulls was in it, I think I'd be even more, excited. It is what it is, but to have nothing, involved, it is what it is. Things have to change. The NBA knows what they have on their hands, and the star power in LaMelo. Trust me, they know the star power of LiAngelo as well, and obviously they know what Lonzo did. I mean, some of these waves, it really hasn't been done before. I don't even think when Zion came, and it was the level of the impact of with Lonzo and things of that nature. With all of that, I mean, we really might need to revisit that. Because I could make a bold case that, Lonzo Ball, his his coming out party was a little bit more publicized than Zion Williamson's. But like I said, we'll save that for another day. But back to the Charlotte Hornets. Steve Clifford. He can only do with the cards that he's dealt with. So he's got to get it going. Definitely, I would say he's an upgrade over Borrego, but to his credit, he hasn't got an opportunity to really put his stamp and get the players that he wants and he's going to need. He's really just dealing with, like I said, what they gave him, and he's really just making the best that he can with it. He's trying to single-handedly drag the Charlotte Hornets to the postseason. I believe that he still believes something could happen. So expect them to continue their role. The studio says the Nuggets are the boring team. Talk about no hype. The Nuggets been rolling. That's a team that we got to definitely keep a close eye out for. In the Denver Nuggets. They Mike Malone. They're number one in the West. Right now, the number one spot in the West is just gonna flip flop. They're literally tied with Memphis, so this thing could switch up tomorrow. So just pointing these keys out. So it's gonna be interesting to see. You also got the New Orleans Pelicans literally right on their heels. So it's wild. And tomorrow they got the Phoenix Suns, and it's going to be intriguing to see if they could continue to. You would have got Zion Williamson. Like I said, now I'm thinking about that. The NBA definitely dropped the ball this year. With this schedule, I guess they went with a couple of safe picks. The star power could have definitely been represented a little bit more. I like to see them shake up other teams. You even got the young Sacramento Kings. I know deep down they had no way in hell to think that the Sacramento Kings was going to be a factor and even be competitive. So I'm not blaming them for not bringing Sacramento along. But at the end of the day, the NBA must shuffle up the deck sometimes and bring in different teams, especially, just you don't want to see the same old, same old. We want to see other stars represented. Could you imagine if we could have got that game that Lamelo did against the Sacramento Kings on Christmas Day? What if you could got a De'Aaron Fox versus Lamelo on a Christmas Day game? These are things that people want to see. Lamelo versus Ja Morant. Lamelo has been very, he's been complimenting Ja Morant a lot, that he really liked his game and things of that nature. So that would have been another intriguing game to see Lamelo Ball against. Could you imagine Lamelo Ball right now entering Madison Square Garden on Christmas Day, for the opener? You telling me that's not going to be a movie? I think that's a little bit better to me, in my humble opinion, than the Philadelphia 76ers. I understand it's going to be a competitive. We know what that game is going to look like with Philly. The more exciting game would have been with the Charlotte Hornets, but I understand, business is business at the end of the day. I think LaMelo Ball would have definitely lit up the Garden, on Christmas Day. That's something that needs to change. Or even if he would have been at I'm about to say Staples, at the Crypto.com arena, up there against the Los Angeles Lakers on Christmas Day. So it's a lot of different matchups that could have been used and utilized, for whatever reason, but it is what it is. Basil says Memphis would kill Hornets. I get John versus Melo, but if the games blow out, people won't watch. Charlotte ain't really been getting blown out. Of course, occasionally, they drop the ball here. You've seen what happened against the Los Angeles Clippers, but for the most part, this season, Charlotte has been fighting with the minimal pieces that they've had. It's not like they had the deck stacked. They just dealing with the pieces that they have afforded to them, and they doing the best they can with it, So this notion that the Hornets would have just received a massive blowout, on Christmas Day, I don't know. If that's not 100% sure. It could be a blowout tomorrow. Who knows? You telling me the Lakers can't roll into Dallas and get blown off the floor? These things could happen. And a large point to other teams as well. The Knicks could go in there and lose. Or they could beat Philly. Who knows how this thing could work itself out. these nightcap games could be trash. The game Boston, Milwaukee. I think that's going to be competitive. That could go down to the wire. But for all we know, that could be a blowout. So the games that we never know. So we bottom line is they need to shake up the deck. And I'm not just saying that just only for LaMelo Ball, but like I just stated, the Sacramento Kings would have been a good matchup as well, facing up against some of these teams, on Christmas Day. Could you imagine John Morant versus De'Aaron Fox versus Luka? You got the Lakers. The Lakers have been playing horrible. Anthony Davis is out. Russell Westbrook, I mean, it's like he got one foot in the door, one foot out. LeBron just don't have it no more. And Darvin Ham is just going for the ride. So it's just, it's just real troubling, especially when you analyze team by team and what teams are dealing with. Bottom line is, it needs to come a point in time where LaMelo Ball gets that opportunity. And God damn it needs to happen sooner than later. And I'm going to be a big advocate for the one-of-one getting his opportunity on Christmas Day. I don't give a damn if it's on Charlotte or whatever team, but they have to put some pieces around him. I think Charlotte is definitely in prime position for the number 1 overall pick. And when I start to survey the floor, there's no team in the NBA right now that really needs it more than Charlotte. You're looking at a team that's on the cusp of like they really got one foot in the playoffs and one foot in tanking. Even when they were fully healthy, even last season, they could have went either way. They really need to get the first. They need to score the number 1 overall pick because they don't have no assets coming their way. Nobody's coming to Charlotte. So it is what it is. Thunder says flight Hornets have only been fighting since Melo came. I mean, in the beginning of the season they were fighting. That's what I'm saying. They were sticking in some games and they were losing some heartbreakers. And like I said, they were playing, thin. The roster's thin. What's going on, Uncle Vern?
Hey, well, what's going on?
Happy holidays, man. I hope did you have a good party today? I remember you said.
Oh yeah. It's as a matter of fact, it's still going on. People just now beginning to start leaving.
Well, what the food was looking like, man? Talk to me.
Oh man, the food is good, Flight, man. We got all kinds of food, man. All kinds of food, greens.
Yo, I was gonna tell you something. You need to get up with Marcus on Instagram. He need to holler at you. He hit me up today. He said, you need to hit him up, and when you get a chance
on Instagram.
Yeah, just tap in with him. Probably get his number or something like that.
It's Marcus Johnson, right?
No, it's a Big Baller Brand Racing.
Oh, yeah, okay, back. I got him on there already. I'm on. Okay, back. Okay, my bad.
Just reach out to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get at him. Good looking.
Yeah, you good. But I appreciate you for stopping by. I know you had a good holiday. Like I said, Uncle Vern having a party. So you had a party today. What's the party tomorrow? You ain't got nothing going on tomorrow?
We already did the passing out the gifts and stuff tonight. So that's all done. Everybody open their gifts and stuff. So tomorrow everybody gonna be doing. People gonna be spending time with their families and stuff.
That's nice. Man. Salute to everybody right now, man.
Some people do it on Christmas Eve. Some people do it on Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. We just did the Christmas Eve. No, my bad. Yeah. But this is all good. Everything turned out pretty good.
Right, man. So back to what I was discussing on the basketball tip. Shout out to Jessica as well. When are we gonna get an opportunity to see? When are we gonna get an opportunity to see LaMelo Ball, playing on Christmas Day?
Soon and very soon.
How soon? Next year?
Right. No, it's gonna be real soon, Flight. I'm telling you, man, LaMelo, man, he a special player, Flight. I don't know how to tell you. It's a lot of good players in the league. It's a lot of exciting players in the league. Melo is good and he's exciting. So that type of player is always going to be one to be seen. Like people going to be one to see him. People just not getting just a look at him now. They ain't seen like LeVar said. They ain't seen nothing yet. Coming out of them boys, and they ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, I think the NBA need to showcase other teams, man. Like I said,
it really don't surprise
Orlando.
Me. It really don't surprise me how Melo come through because he come through in the grip like in that. It's just like he come through just like he knows how to do it. It's just like it's ingrained in him. You know what I mean? It's just like it don't take like he comes to the choking part of it. He in his career, he haven't came to the point where he's second thinking this game.
Right, I understand.
So yeah, so it's all in direct. So he ain't got nothing to worry about. He ain't got nothing to worry about, Flight.
No, you're right. I just wish that the NBA showcased other teams, like especially the younger teams, like the Orlando Magic prior to Cade Cunningham getting hurt. The Detroit Pistons is another young team on the up and ups. You got a lot of young teams on the rise. That I would like for them to have showcased. We always get some of these games that we seeing tomorrow. They could have shook it up a little bit. It could have been seeing what would happen.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah, I hear you.
And these young teams are playing well too. You
Yeah.
clearly see the makeup that these teams are built for the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you don't ever got Cleveland, and then Cleveland's another good team. They're another young team. They playing for real. So I would have, it's messed up. They like I said, let's see. Hopefully they fix this next year. Do something. They even got some competition this year. Next year they might need to go through New Year's and Christmas. They might have to run the basketball special. They got the NFL, swooped in this year, and now they competing and they're gonna be playing tomorrow. You heard about that?
What, the NFL?
Yeah, the NFL is playing tomorrow too.
Yeah, I know. The Packers are out of the what's the name? I know they mathematically out of the playoffs. The Packers can't make it. That's the only team I'm thinking about. As far as on the team side, the Packers they can't even get in if they had to. They couldn't get in. The Vikings knocked them out of
it. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But what you said about the NFL again? I didn't catch what you were saying. What about the NFL?
No, I just said that they never play on Christmas Day. Now they're playing on the same day as the NBA.
Oh, yeah, I already know. Oh, okay. I didn't know they never did play on. Dallas Cowboys always play Christmas, didn't they? Didn't the Dallas Cowboys always play Christmas Day?
No, the NFL never played on Christmas. That was Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. All right. You could be right. I know usually I was thinking today that basketball usually be playing on Christmas. Yeah. So basketball gonna be playing tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know you had the NFL. They was playing on today and tomorrow. They had a lot of games on today.
Okay.
I guess they're gonna run the same thing tomorrow. I guess it's the new thing, for the NFL.
Right.
So let's see what happens. That means the NBA they're gonna have to bring a little bit more better games.
Right.
Next year. To steal the show. I know the NFL is just there's no way you're gonna be able to compete, but because I know that's like the obviously top sport in the U.S. whether you like it or not. As much as us basketball fans would like to claim, but football is king, so let's see what happens in the future.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hey, like I was saying yesterday.
Tomorrow I don't ever see no heavy hitting games. Like even on the NFL side, I don't see nothing too crazy. Like they ain't got nothing too, like they ain't got no show stealers. I don't think. I got to double check.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I was checking those college recruits things, man. Colorado University, man, gives some good players. Got two more good players there signed in today.
They got a wide receiver, right?
Yeah, and he nice too. Oh yeah, boy, I'm telling you, Flight. They're looking good over there. I'm glad for them, man. I'm so glad for them, Flight. Now I start back to watching college football. Now I got an interest back in sports again. Now I'm back in basketball, football. Now I got to find somebody that I'm interested in baseball and soccer. Hey, boy, I'm telling you, and tennis again, right? And golf again, right? Come on, I need some more idols to look up to, some young idols, right? that way they'll be around for a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah, be good for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't make no sense, man. Shit is crazy. Shout out to everybody tuning in this holiday season. So, who you think gonna win this first game between the Knicks and the 76ers?
The Knicks and the 76ers. Knicks, I don't know. Like, what is it going to be? Tomorrow? It's tomorrow, right? When they play tomorrow?
Yeah, they open up at 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And the Eastern Conference,
I don't know.
is crazy. You got the Knicks and the Sixers. Hold on, I think the Sixers are the 5th seed, and the
Yeah,
Knicks are the 6th seed.
yeah. You would think the good money would go on Philadelphia, but I ain't too much interested in neither one of them. To be honest, sure, just where it is. Yeah, no, it really. I don't know. I don't really know. I see the Bucks been losing. They've been losing
Yeah, I haven't
hard.
been following the Bucks. The Bucks have been losing.
Yeah, I think they lost. They lost. What's the name to the Nets a couple of days ago.
That's gonna
Kyrie
be
and them beat them.
that's
Damn.
gonna be a hell of it. That's gonna be a good game. That
Yeah,
might be the best one that I'm looking at it because of the implications. They
yeah,
literally like a game behind or tied.
right.
Yeah, they 23-10, and the Bucks is 22-10. So it was really by one game.
Yeah,
So that's when they really neck and neck. That's probably an Eastern Conference Finals preview. But who knows? The Nets and the Cavs might have something to say about it. I think the Nets, they like I said, they're making a late charge.
right.
21-12. So they right there with them. Somebody gonna take their first they lost tomorrow and be 23-11 or 22-11. And then they're gonna
Yeah,
be right there for the Nets and the Cavs. So the Nets and the Cavs are both looking like viable, threats. But the Nets is sparking something to me due to the charge that they're on. They're on some kind of run right now that I think they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
yeah.
So we'll see about that. We got what you think about the Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Lakers?
Mavericks and the Lakers. That gonna be a nice game. Hey, you was surprised the way that game turned out against Charlotte and the Lakers last night?
I thought it was gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Did y'all stick around? Did y'all stick around to the end last night to see what the outcome was?
Yeah,
Okay.
we watched, we seen the whole game.
Okay,
You
bet.
know,
I wondered. I didn't know if y'all did or not, because I was surprised when I saw that Charlotte Hornets. I woke up this morning, I saw the Charlotte Hornets won. I said, "Damn, I wasn't expecting them to win that game."
no, that's what I said. The Lakers. I knew the Lakers they was gonna win. The Lakers, they make a lot of mistakes. They're not really, and LeBron was really by himself. So I mean,
Yeah,
he's
without
not gonna power through and just take the game. He don't do that no more.
right. And yeah. Them young boys taking advantage of it because they try to run
Yeah,
the
he don't got
ball.
Anthony Davis to save him.
Yeah, them young boys be having trying to have their field days on LeBron James. That's what come with being on the top of the hill, boy. I'm telling you, they be running up there to try to come get you down. Yeah, them young boys get it to them. Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, now what about the Bucks Celtics?
No, I was saying I ain't heard nothing, seen nothing about the Bucks too much fight. Like I said, I like the Bucks fight, but I usually watch the Bulls fight just because of Lonzo. I told you I ain't really don't be following teams too much like that. I like the Bucks because I'm in Milwaukee, but I don't be following teams like that. The only reason why I mess with the shot, interested in the Charlotte is because of Lamelo and Jello and Lonzo out there with the Bulls. That's about it, dude. I ain't too much. I ain't with these sports games like that. That's why I don't follow the rest of the other sports teams like that. I know who they is and who they play for and all that, but I ain't with that. That's why I don't get them channels, them team channels like that, because they ain't got no favorite teams. So that bad that NBA TV is just messing up my money because I ain't got no favorite team like that. I got favorite player, but I want to watch still. So caught between the rock and the hard place.
Yeah, I got you. So what you think about this? What else the next game tomorrow? The Grizzlies versus the Warriors. What do you think about that? Grizzlies.
Grizzlies versus Warriors. Grizzlies versus Warriors. I don't know.
There's no Curry, so I mean, and the Warriors been getting whooped. They got beat down by the Knicks, beat down by the Nets.
Right. Yeah. Okay, you said with the Warriors and who else?
Versus the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a nice game where we're at. And Steph Curry there.
Oh, Steph Curry is hurt.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I think that's a dub for I think Memphis with no Curry.
Right.
And then you got another game. I don't really like this one, but you got the Nuggets versus the Suns. The Suns might have some. They might want to have something to say about that number one seed in the West. It's pretty tight. The Nuggets right now, the number one seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the standings is real crazy in the West. Like it's going up and down. So tomorrow the West could flip flop again. So the right now really don't really matter who's the number one because it's gonna change.
Right.
So
Yeah.
East is like that too, like kind of in the middle of the pack. Like I said, it's crazy. Salute to everybody on this Christmas. For tuning in with us on Flight Sports TV. We're not gonna hold the people too long. We're not done yet though, but like I said, we're not gonna be on all night. Just want to give people something on this Christmas Eve. Tomorrow we got an action-packed schedule. Too bad we do not have the Ball brothers. It's just very disheartening. That something like that could take place. But I mean, it is what it is. What about the Bulls not having a game either? Are you upset about that?
Yeah. To a certain extent, I'm upset about it, but it didn't really too much make no difference anyway, because they ain't excited nobody watching them because of the fact that Lonzo ain't playing. So, I told you, like, ask me a question like that is obvious. I ain't really too much scared about what the Bulls do right now. I'm expecting them to do better, but I don't really see it because of the fact that Lonzo ain't there. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I can't hope and pray for these teams like that, Flight.
Right.
I can't make them go out and make no defense and make those shots. They got to want to do that. Want to do that on their own. So I don't get out like that. I want to see Lonzo keep doing what he's doing. I want to see Melo keep doing what he's doing, but I want to keep doing it more. So if they can keep doing that more, that's what I want to see. Like the rest of them guys, you know what I'm saying? They stick around as long as they can. They ain't gonna be too much longer.
Yeah, like I said, the Bulls are starting to get moving too. You have DeMar DeRozan hitting game winners. You got Zach LaVine balling. So you clearly see something, brewing. Hopefully they could connect all the dots out there in Chicago. Is a long ways ahead, before these guys even think about sniffing any kind of competition. It's really sad. Let me just double check right now. I'm looking at the standings right now for whatever reason I'm out west, but it's really no way for some of these teams to really like the Bulls right now 14 and 18 at number 11. They're right there under the Raptors, so they clearly see some light in sight. So they just got to keep scratching and clawing and fighting, and to get back in play, in the Eastern Conference. They're going to be playing the Houston Rockets. You got to beat the Houston Rockets. Yep. They were successful last time against Milwaukee. They're going to have Milwaukee back at home in Chicago. They got to take care of business. And then they got to take care of business versus Detroit. At the very least, beat the teams you're supposed to beat. That's the main focus. Shout out Mad Hat. He said, fail this year for Wembanyama. Bring Miles back. And it's a team. Honestly, You got some points there. You know, that's why I said the Charlotte Hornets need the number one pick more than anybody, and that's includes San Antonio. You know, they just came off their glory years. You know, they can get it back later. You know, the Hornets need Wembanyama. You know, Lamelo needs help, and they're not getting it nowhere else for whatever reason. So that'd be sad if they end up hanging again. You know, and the Hornets they could be in prime position. You know, to get that pick. That'd be crazy if they give Charlotte that pick.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think they could use Wembanyama more than anybody?
Well, like I said, like the NBA is a strange business. You understand me? I don't think Michael Jordan would know what to do with that man if he had him in the first place. I don't think he knows what to do with the team. I don't think none of them know what to do with the team. So, yeah, it would have been nice for them to get it. It'd been nice for them to get Melo. They got him. They still don't even know what to do with him. So I mean, hell, boy, I don't know what to tell you, but I think it's rough. And I think the NBA does it just like the rest of them, trying to take advantage of a lot of young talent and try to squeeze as much as they can. And then when it comes down to try to pay them something to keep them around, you don't want to make do for them. You just want to make them happy and forget about the rest of the team. And then when they start losing, you want to blame it on them. And then the team, he signed for 280-something million. 2 years later, into a contract, he want to leave there. Money ain't making him happy, is it? I don't know what to tell you, right? It's business.
No, you got a good point there, man. Man says I hope Pels don't get it um too nice already without injury. That would be crazy if the Pelicans got him. I think the NBA they might not do that. That'd be if they
Got
did
who?
that.
The Pelicans
Uh,
got who? Oh,
no, the Pelicans could get Wembanyama due to the Lakers.
Pelicans, would they for the tank?
No. They control the Lakers pick.
Oh,
They could
oh yeah.
swap out.
Well, if they get it, they're the good thing for them. That's business. Yeah, I hope they do get it to come down to it. Good thing for the Lakers because the Lakers will learn from the mistakes they gonna learn. As long as people learn from their mistakes, you don't want to keep doing the same stupid thing all the time. As long as
Yeah,
you learn from those mistakes.
that
Same
would be
with shot.
sad if the Lakers messed around and got the pick, and they messed around and the Pelicans got him instead. That'd be
That'd be
sad.
good. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. It'd be going on in Louisiana. Everybody be flying out to Louisiana for the games now. Be stationed out there. That'd be good.
Yeah, they do need a big man though. The New Orleans Pelicans could use a silent center next to Zion. They got some decent people there now that's filling in. You know the
To be
Valanciunas.
honest with you, they started fast to win the championship. They would win the championship in the NBA right now today. If they had a man to do so, I don't know if they have a man to do so because they got the players to do it. In the playoff situation, they got the right players. They got young and experienced players, especially in their backcourt. Because what's the name? McCullum take up everything he need to know about the experience part of it of the game. So they ain't gonna lack on it when it comes down to it. Like what's the name did? Boston did when it came down to having that lacking experience because they didn't have no leader in the backcourt like Smart's supposed to be. Because McCullum's a way smarter player than Smart any day, and then but Pelicans got good players too on both sides of the court. You know what I mean? On both sides of the spectrum. With what's his name? With Williams and with Bi. You understand me? So they got scoring. They good. They got everything they need. To be honest with you, really, they like you say they need a center, but the center they got is smart. He ain't stupid. He ain't dumb. So to me they got the best five in the league. So if they do get that, what's they do? They ain't nothing but a blessing. They didn't need them. They got the team right now to win, just on the strength of Zion Williams alone. You know that. Let him just get loose in a series. It'll be over with. And how many series you got to go through? 3?
Yep.
No.
To get to the finals.
Because all you got to do is establish itself. Once you get himself established in them games and in that series, it's gonna be hard to get him apart from what he's doing. So I don't know, like, no. Pelicans
They,
straight.
they just need Bi. Once Brandon Ingram get back, they'll be good.
All the Pelicans needed to do was get rid of that bum they got rid of. So they had that coach, it was cool. Hopefully they ain't got, now the general manager ain't got to go nowhere. Now that they can just sit back and rest on their laurels and pay attention to the other teams she got. But now, yeah, that coach, all they needed to do was get them a coach that was going to work with the players. And that's what they got.
Well, they got the right coach.
Yeah, because what they had, who was that? What was his name? Don Levy, what was his name?
Van Gundy.
Van Gundy, yeah, Stan Van Gundy. Yeah, Stan the man. Used to be out there in Detroit. Bum. Him and his brothers are bum. I'm sorry, but they is
They
though.
good.
They is. They ride on the NBA. But I'm telling you, man, they've been getting it in like they were Warriors, been getting it in the NBA for years as far as playing on the NBA teams and everything else. And like they great. Man, they bums, man. And they bums as coaches too. Yeah, and they bums as coaches. But yeah, but that's all it is, though, Flight. That's what it is. That's all it is.
They bums as coaches.
But hey, I'm telling you, what did they win? That that's a stat. Van Gundy didn't win when he was with what's the name out there? What with the what was he the one? No, that was the other one that was with the New York Knicks. That was the one that tried to get on somebody's leg or something, and they was dragging him on the ground.
I forgot who that was.
That's what his whole that was him. That Stan, that was the other one. Jeff, I guess.
Yeah.
That's his
Jeff.
whole career. That's what he's known for. He ain't known for nothing else, Flight. That's what he's known for. Fighting one of the players, and they was trying to hold him. He was trying to hold one of the players back, and he's dragging on their legs. That's what he's known for. And then they give him a big old plushy job, paying him 6 figures for 30 minutes of talking on the man go. And he, I don't know. Yeah, it is like.
We're giving everybody a job, huh?
Yeah, everybody get a job in the NBA, man. Everybody go. That's what I was telling you before. I like what Deion Sanders doing, man. Deion Sanders changing the game of high school football, what's the name? HBCU football, NCAA football. I'm telling you, and he's gonna be changing the games in the pros because once he gets to the pros, his boy, what's the name? That on the Dallas Cowboys gonna be looking for another coach because he be ready to find another coach. He'll probably be thinking about getting Deion out there the next adventure. He ain't gonna lose nothing, is it? Tell y'all them coaches he done hired and ran through. Why not get his boy? See what I mean? Still gonna draw fans out there wanting Flight. All they care about is asses in the seats, whether they get a championship or not. I'm telling you.
You're right about that, man. It's a BI is 25. Yeah, I was about to say, who said he was old? I did see somebody put that in there. You bargained with that one. Yeah, Brandon Ingram is the perfect complement to what Zion Williamson is doing. I think he could open up the floor, for Zion, like that he doesn't have right now.
Exactly.
They like I said, they the 1-2 options.
Right. Like I said before, that McCullum just fits the bill, but Flight, because we already know that McCullum ain't no punk, and you to a certain extent, you can say he's guaranteed money. You understand? Because whatever he put as far as put his play onto the court, he usually be successful with that. He don't really take too many losses like that. You understand me?
Right.
As far as I'm talking about, like when he was playing with Portland. He was straight knocked with Portland because he had to be because of the people that he was playing, the people that was playing behind him. So he had to always stay on top of his game. Like he couldn't let his slack for anything because that Simon dude was right there behind him. So he always stayed on point. It's kind of hard in the NBA as a player to be on point all the time because you don't get that all on court game experience. McCullum got that. He battle tested. They got it, man. They got a gym with him. They got a gym with him. They good with him. And he money here and he ain't scared. He good. I like this guy.
Yeah, me
Always
too.
did. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something. I like this game because of the fact I know Portland, the people's out there in Portland liked this game too. But the only reason why they let him go is because of that young boy. And that young boy got good game. But this game ain't got good control like McCullum's is. Would you have made that if you was on Portland, you had some business to do with him? Would you have made that trade between Simon and McCullum?
Uh, when I mean they didn't trade for each other. I mean he just opened up the
And I'm
mall.
just saying, would you have let him go? Because they might have to let one of them go. That's the point. They didn't trade him. They
Well,
had to let him
I
go.
mean Simons was getting to the point where he needed to start.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, so but I mean they could have definitely used him coming off the bench too. That could have still been a valuable option.
Right.
But I think that they had new coaching staff. And like I said, I don't think he was fitting with Chauncey Billups wanted to do.
Oh,
So
okay.
they had a new coach. So
I didn't
new
think about
coach, new vision.
I
Chauncey
didn't think
Billups was
about that.
probably brought in with the mindset of they probably was going to break them up eventually, because they always teased the breakup between him and Dame. They just never went forward with it, but it was always teased.
Right, right. And so it was. You sure it was. Because it's like Dave Dallas was gonna walk out at any minute.
Yeah. So it was always like, at what point are they going to stop? But they went to the conference finals. So I mean, they accomplished a lot together.
Right.
I think maybe with a different coach, maybe things could have changed. But with Terry Stotts, they got to the conference finals. So I think that's saying something,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah. I already know this. Yeah. Experience count. Yeah. Experience count. Yeah, but yeah, Melo gonna be all right. Hey, when Jello gonna be playing again? You don't know?
I believe the 27th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think everybody got a little bit of time off. So let's see
Yeah.
what happens. Like I said, there's a lot of teams. And Melo, he was just in LA, so a lot of people probably feel like he gonna spend the holidays in LA. But it is what it is. That was a good performance by him and at the crypto.com arena. I think eventually down later on down the line we will get a chance to see LaMelo, play on Christmas Day. It's just a matter of time. Who knows if it's gonna happen on Charlotte or elsewhere. But I do believe it's going to happen. So everybody just stay patient. There's gonna be a lot of basketball on tomorrow, so I guess everybody can get their pick
Hey,
of the week.
they had kids also though. That what's the name of show boxing show out there YouTube. They had him on the boxing show the other day. Him and his father.
Yeah, I seen it.
Did you?
I've seen a couple of his recent interviews.
Yeah. Yeah, with the
Discussing
same with the same dude.
fighters.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, like they running from him. They running from Kid Austin.
You're right about that. They say Kid Austin's the future. And so we got a lot of Kid Austin got a big fight next month.
Yeah.
So we'll be documenting that, keeping the people updated and in tune to what's happening, all things Kid Austin. You already know what's going on. We got to support the champ and all the things that he has going on. Um, yeah. Shout out, Matt. So Simons saying you gave Nuggets same love. Yeah, the Nuggets is all right, man. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. I think their team, like I could continue to say, they've been knocking on the door. They got to get the job done. Otherwise, they're going to have to throw guys out point blank. It's just the bottom line. If they don't get it done, they need to fire the coach. And then, like I said, Mike Malone need to get rehired just elsewhere, not in Denver. It's time for a new voice. My humble opinion.
I see him
So
going to the Bulls.
yeah, that would be, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would be a good pick for the Bulls. That would be crazy. I mean, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I think Billy Donovan is good as gone. You know,
Yeah.
there's no way they could bring him back. even though the Bulls is trying to salvage the situation, if somebody requests a trade and like I said, they missed the playoffs and it's just everything is all hell is breaking loose. They got to let him go. Just in my humble opinion, they got to let him go.
Yeah. Well, but he's just signed this multi-million-dollar contract, so extension. They'll be added on to that extension. So I don't think he will go and tell no time soon or fast. I don't see it.
It's crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Let me know what game everybody looking forward to tomorrow. We discussing Lamelo Ball and how disgusting it is that he's not playing. On Christmas Day, especially at the level that he's playing at right now. Would have definitely been very, star-studded if we could have got him on one of these performances. But hey, it is what it is. We'll have to wait till the holidays is over. But there will come a time where we get this matchup. And like I stated, the NBA got to switch it up. Sometimes showcase the younger athletes. The rising players. Because like I stated, a lot of these games, we see it all the time. But we do get LaMelo Ball back, on Monday against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. So that should be another good one, And then you got him against the Golden State Warriors. So there's still some good basketball for LaMelo Ball to continue his tear. And it'll be even more good, him going up against a guy like Damian Lillard.
Right.
That's gonna be pretty spectacular in my humble opinion. Simons and everybody. It's gonna be intriguing to see how LaMelo Ball fares against them.
Yeah.
Who you think gonna win that game?
Between Simons and who?
And the Hornets and the Blazers.
Hornets and the Blazers. I'm sorry. Hornets and the Blazers. Hornets and the Blazers. I don't know. It's about to talk. It's a toss up to me because the Hornets playing better now, so I give it to the Hornets. Just on the spin mellow there. Yeah, Hornets. I give it to the Hornets. That ain't a hard one. Because they play better. And I heard Bridges was back.
Well, no, he's not back. It's just it's rumors that he think things are moving in that direction.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what happens.
What's stopping them from coming on to get on the court? The case ain't doing it no more, is it? That's done with. Did he plead no contest or something?
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I don't have all the facts.
It's team. What it is, it's a team. I understand. I get it. It's a team.
Yeah,
they get us know about it.
Yeah, I know that they're gonna have to work out a contract for him. Obviously, it's not gonna be a max deal. I'm pretty sure if his agent, it'll be a 1-year deal. And for basically it's gonna be like a prove it deal. But he will be suspended. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the case. So I could see him re-signing and getting back with the Hornets, and then once he's re-signed, then the NBA will suspend him, and then he'll go forward with the suspension. So the quicker he can get, basically, even though you're hearing all of this stuff, that he's still not coming back, even when we hear that he's back. So the quicker they could get this thing situated, the quicker he could start serving the suspension to come back.
Right.
Even though more than likely he's going to be suspended for the rest of this year. But still, let's get it out the way so this don't drag into next year.
Okay.
Because it need to be all full steam ahead.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. I agree.
So I'm pretty sure that's the thought process, going on right now. So they right now, I'm pretty sure they're just working on a deal, and like I said, the door is open for Bridges to come back on some offer.
It's open for him to bounce too if he wants to.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and I said this yesterday, I don't believe he wants to leave Charlotte. I'm telling you, these young players, they really love Charlotte. They have an infatuation with the city. They don't want to leave.
It ain't the city, Flight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So they the city. Play with Melo.
Yeah, that too. And everything that comes with it. It comes with a lot of star power, a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm pretty sure all of that is going on. He ain't ready to leave that.
No, if it was
You know,
that
wait,
fun, if it
go
was
go to
that
go,
fun, if it was that
go to
fun, then
Detroit.
if it was
He
that
from
fun,
Detroit.
yeah, yeah, if it was that fun, and Dandy over there, Gordon Hayward would be having a field day. He'd be happy for the house, but yeah, he'd be happy. He ain't happy. He seemed like he having his worst time in his life. I think he had what 15 points the other day.
I think so.
Boy, I'm telling you, hey Gordon,
Yeah.
yeah, some people happy out there, but they everybody ain't.
Yeah,
Oubre was playing good. I like the way he was playing. I only
man.
saw the highlights. I like what I saw though. The highlights. You know, I
For
didn't
Kelly Oubre.
see the game, huh?
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, Oubre was playing good yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he playing good.
Yeah, I like what
Love
I'm
that
saying
fight.
from Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, yeah, fight.
Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in with us on this holiday, man. You know, hope everybody have themselves a good one, man. Get some good food, get some good gifts. You know, be around your family. This is what it's all about. You know, bringing in the new year. You know, that's what it's all about, man. You know, even if you don't celebrate the holidays, it's always good to be amongst your family for the holidays. So these days serve a major purpose, you know, for everybody, believe it or not. You know, whether you want to discredit it or not, you know, it's definitely one of the best times of the year. You know, especially to be around family or you know immediate and you know some relatives that you may have not seen in some time. So that's crazy. Somebody says my family going. Shout out Matt, man. Sorry to hear that. This is Basil Bridges is real. Player regardless of his situation. Charlotte needs ballers.
Yeah. Say Charlotte needs what now?
He said that Bridges is a real player regardless of his situation. Charlotte need better players, basically.
Oh, okay, they need better players. Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, I agree with that. For real. Terry Rozier came through yesterday. You see how he be coming through. They be trying to talk crazy about his contract, though, Flight. And then, you know, but if you ever notice, Flight, you know who be talking about his contract like that? They be talking crazy about that? It don't be the audience and the fans. It be Charlotte itself, be Charlotte themselves. Because they always use his contract in that Gordon Hayward contract is the reason why they don't try to go after nobody else. Just try to pay. No, not go after Flight. Pay somebody else.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I
Yeah,
said,
but
I remember when they re-signed him. I was on record that they overpaid. You know,
both of
I thought they grossly overpaid Rozier, but I mean, he been playing all right. He proven to be a good player alongside Lamelo, but I mean, I don't know for how long. I think they need to explore moving him. It'd be good to move him for something, not just some type of cash dump. Unless they know for sure they can get some free agents. I don't know who is even the free agent out there. I don't know. You know, I don't really know how Charlotte fixes all of this, but they have to in some way.
okay. So I see what you're saying. The only way I can understand what you're saying when they move Gordon Hayward, if they're gonna do that, they're gonna replace that at least right there with not Gordon Hayward, but if they move Rozier, you know they're gonna replace him with that Book Night dude. That's about the best thing they can do. That's not like the stupidest thing they could do, but it's so going in the series, it seems like the way they've been making their decisions and stuff like that, Flight, they will think like you just think. Get rid of him because we can get somebody else to bag him up and we can get rid of that contract. That makes sense. But the only one to be keeping them in is that veteran. Only one be keeping these Charlotte Hornets guys in the game is the veteran experience. And remember, Melo just got to be a veteran just just this year or
Yeah,
just last year.
definitely. Everybody, I want to let everybody know you can definitely support the channel. You know, I want to appreciate everybody's generosity, and your support and your efforts. You know, we're going to try to continue to bring some of the best content we can, into the new year, but we definitely need your support, because we do a lot of things. Like I said, we're not funded by anybody. We're doing a whole lot of things, on the grassroots level, so definitely everybody's support is used, in a great manner in achieving the goals, that we all want here. And like I said, we're gonna continue to do the best we can going into this new year. Expect nothing less than the best. It's Flight Sports. Salute to all of y'all. So, so Uncle Vern, man, we got Christmas tomorrow, man. Or what's the deal, man? Let everybody know what's going on.
I don't know. I'm trying to catch something. I guess more than likely, I'm trying to catch some of these basketball games on TV tomorrow for Benny to come on. Because I don't think I'll be watching no football like that. So I'm trying to catch some of these basketball games. Some come on, just run through YouTube and see what's going on, see what I can get information about. What I want to use, I can use it. What I don't want to use, let it go. Yeah. Yeah, but everything cool. Had a nice day today, man. Got nice Christmas presents and stuff. Yeah, got some clothes, got some money. Everything was good, Flight.
Yeah, see, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
It's the best time of the year, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, but nonetheless, man, we're about to get up out of here. Listen, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Definitely tune in to Flight Sports. We'll have coverage for you. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure tomorrow, but like I said, just stay tuned. We will. You already know after. The 26th, we back rolling. But it's Flight Sports TV, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. Uncle Vern, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Same to you, Flight.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.